of the lawyers said to me, which I really want to underscore here, is that while she didn't think that this is a conspiracy, a large conspiracy by the government necessarily to have these procedures on these women, it is emblematic of systematic lack of oversight for medical care and also just well-being and welfare of immigrants in immigration detention, as well as you mentioned ORR and what happened with Scott Lloyd. With family separations, we didn't know what was happening because we couldn't see inside these facilities. And immigration lawyers have stressed to me over and over again today that this particular example is uniquely heinous if the allegations ultimately are proven to be true. But it's one of many examples in this system which precede, frankly, this administration, where immigration detention is a place where people come to seek refuge, seek asylum, but are subjected to prison-like conditions where they have virtually no recourse when something like this happens, or at least that's the way that they feel. Obviously, the government would say differently, and of course, their lawyers would disagree.
Yeah, prison-like conditions and worse. I mean, I know there's a reason that ICE put their denial in the terms immediately about whether this is human experimentation on these essentially powerless detainees and refugees. I understand why they went right at that because of the way that resonates with all of us who know any history here. But the fact that this is part of the government where we're training people who are working, even at a remove, working for the U.S. government to treat human beings the way that immigrants and refugees have been treated, it's just, I mean, it's on all of us in terms of what the government is saying we stand for and what they'll do in our name.
There's no doubt about it, Rachel. It's why it's important that we talk about these stories. I know these are hard stories to talk about, but these are real human beings undergoing what is alleged to be truly, truly horrific treatment at the hands of a so-called medical professional. And that's why now you have the Department of Homeland Security will be forced to investigate this. And we've heard the top officials in Congress on the Hill also call for investigations as well. And so now that has to play its course.